Good morning, Southwest Kustom.
We are back with Southwest Kustom again. This episode, Steve talks us through a repair on a Jaguar with front-end damage. Rich and Jodie talk us through the ongoing work on the Pop. And Dan continues with his welding artistry on the Coupe. Ready, kids? Let's go.
I don't give a about your car.
F-type Jag, doing the front end on. And Steve, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning the bonnet because I've just done the pinholes, the stone chips in the bonnet, and I'm cleaning it up to make sure that I've got all the stone chips in the bonnet.
Have you got one?
And it's a big bonnet, I think so.
What are you doing?
I'm drilling a hole each end of the crack in the bumper to stop the crack from spreading and getting bigger. Getting larger, like my belly. And now I'm gonna put some fiberglass on it. Fiberglass! Hello, people!
Resin.
Resin. Yeah. Speed wants to use. Yeah, resin. Didn't want to now. I was going to do fiberglass and filament together.
Resin's stronger though, isn't it? Why are you doing that?
So fiberglass to go in there. Hold it together, grip it better. Oh, that's smell for my sweat to drip off and roll out. It's so hot.
God, enough with this heat.
Exactly.
Smooth, because I'm sweating so much.
Why have you got to make it rougher?
So it sticks, because filler and that won't stick to a shiny surface. It just peels off. Have to key it up, nice and rough. It's got some grip. Like that. I'm not letting go, that's what it is, eh?
I think you're afraid of letting go.
Yep.
Okay, I've now changed my mind. Because it's very secure where it is, I'm going to use a bridging fiberglass rather than matting. When I find it, because it's not in draw. Someone's not put it back.
It's gonna be over the road, isn't it?
Hang on, people, I'll be back soon.
5 years passed. The map of Europe changed, and so did military fashion.
Wait a minute. Now we can make a bridge, because it's bridging filler. Come on away. I don't think. This stuff's horrible. Sticky. Blech. Little bit more. Little bit more than that. Way. Jack in the Box. Not too much hard now because it's nice and hot. And that's a chemical reaction with heat that makes it go hard. But too much on, it can catch fire.
How do you know how much hardener to put with it?
It does actually tell you on the tin. Somewhere. 2%. Close.
What's the worst that could happen?
Wrong side, don't put them on that side. That'd be silly. Not easy to mix up thinner. So you just give it a good old stir. And as we all know, I like stirring. The tighter you get it in, the easier it is to rub down. Use a spreader to spread it, not dollop it, because it's a spreader, not a dolloper. And a bit on the inside. A lot of flexing bumpers. I have to get out my fingers.
Concentration.
I'm chill my face up. Ta-da!
Now what?
And now we let it dry. I'll put it in the sun, let it dry faster. Especially in weather like this.
You take a bad boy, make him dig holes all day in the hot sun, and it turns him into a good boy.
Ta-da! Ooh. And then we stand and watch it dry.
So you prepared it, Steve?
Yes, I have. I prepared the bumper. The bumper is fixed. So next time, it gets hit.
So what have you got to do now?
Melt. I have to, I don't know, I'm too hot. I don't even know what I'm doing, it's too hot. I have to mask this up to stop the primer going on all the black bits. Otherwise you'll have white black bits. And they won't be black, they'll be white.
Now, on to the pop. Jodie and Rich, what pearls do you have this time?
Legs.
This is a Ford Coupe, 1950s. It's had the body removed from the chassis. We had a great big steel frame welded into the car to brace the body because there's no strength in it whatsoever. That on the floor is the bracing that we had in there, just to give it some strength while we lift the body off and put it back on. As you can see, it worked. The doors still fit, which is a major issue on these vehicles because the chassis gives it the strength. So it's just a case of tidying everything up inside and get everything for some colour on the inside.
Do you want me to grab it?
Well, we operate under the guidelines of Health and Safety Code 11362.5.
As you can see, Ford Coupe door, it's getting back on.
Have you got to line it all up and stuff?
That's pretty cool.
So what have you got to do now?
Just a bit of adjustment. And get the door to fit properly. Get the squeegee to line up. Or just like this there. Little things like that. A bit more adjustment.
Nearly there.
Nearly.
I know how hard this is for everyone, but we are nearly there, nurse.
So I just thought I would explain our process on the Ford Pop because it's had a lot done. It's been on and off the chassis a good few times. It was taken off originally off the chassis so that we could then paint up the chassis, get all that built up. We framed out the inside of the body shell before we removed it so that there was no movement in the shell. So that was done, it was taken off. We've stone chipped all up the underneath and repaired all the outside of the shell before putting it back on. Like I said, it's been on and off a few times to check all the door gaps and make sure that the bonnet all lines up still and everything's all still in the same and the right place. So now the stage that we're at is it's back on the chassis is all built up. Rich has removed all the frame that was on the inside, he's cut all that back out, he's ground down all the welds. All the outside is repaired and primed, and that's all flatted back as well, so it will be pretty much ready for paint in a minute. And everything all lined up and checked again, as we do it multiple times to check that it's all in the right place and nothing's moved around, pretty much. So I'll keep you updated on it.
And that's why we pay them the big bucks. That, ladies and gentlemen, is minimum wage plus 0.001% in action.
Do you have questions about your restoration project? Do you need advice about what happens next? Do you spend hours searching the internet? Perhaps it's time to get help from Jodie and Dan.
Fire away, girl!
Wade from Dorset said, I'm looking to have a bare metal respray. How long will the whole process take from start to finish?
Depends on budget. If it was on it every day, you're probably looking at, I reckon, a good 6 months is a realistic.
That's on it every single day?
Well, I suppose most days, yeah. Because once we strip it all down, don't we, get to the metal, it's it opens up all the elements of rust. And if we've got to weld anything, fabricate anything. So a good 6 months. 6 months is a good time.
That's because sometimes you over-explain answers.
Well, if I just say
Have you noticed that you do that?
Yeah. Going, Dave, I got your hat, or whatever it is he says in one of your things.
Brian from Unknown. What spray guns does Dan use for base and clear?
I use SATA.
SATA.
SATA jet. That's what I use.
For both?
Yeah. Can't remember the model, but yeah, SATA jet.
What setup are they?
My lacquer gun is a 1.2 and my base is a 1.3. That is the air cap and fluid tip.
Lovely.
Stop looking, everybody. I found your 10mm spanner.
And now to Dan, the leader amongst men, the legend, the owner, the main dude, the big cheese, the numero uno, the godfather, the Kahing of Kahings. It is written that Dan was born with a welding torch in his hand and a cigar in his mouth. 4 nurses received 3rd-degree burns in the delivery unit. Legend tells us that once upon a time, Dan redesigned and rebuilt his nursery building to have the same specs as an F-22 Raptor, because reading in nap time wasn't for him. 4 nursery employees also received 3rd-degree burns. It is said that Dan has the medical ability to live exclusively off protein and paint thinner, and it is said that the very welding torch you shall see him use is powered by his own blood and burns at a temperature that exceeds the heat generated from the core of a star. Anyway, Dan, as you were, buddy.
What is that tool?
Woo! I love it.
What is it? What are you doing?
Rich, what's this called?
Fibro saw.
Fibro saw.
Fibro saw. Like a dinosaur.
It's like a dinosaur, but fibro saw. It's the fibro.
Vinosaur.
A dinosaur. Vino.
Fibrosaur.
Fibrosaur.
Vinosaur.
Vinoroceros.
Vinoroceros. Vinosaurus.
That's great, that is. Thanks for nothing.
You made a new dinosaur, but you don't even know what it is?
With the Vinoroceros, we're just trimming the top of this because it's messy. Not hard doing, but just cleaning that off so the tank can slide in and out. Just still don't do that yet. Yes, tight that side. Next thing. So we don't need this big lip here, so I'm going to trim some more of this lip off because this drain here, we need to make a piece that goes up there and put a little drain across the back, but this doesn't need to be quite as deep. So if we make that slightly, a little bit more shallow, the tank may just slide out easier. Gives you a bit more wiggle room. But yeah, as you see, so when the boot lid goes on, there's no drain here, channel here yet, so we've got to make some. We've got to replicate this to go around there. This ain't quite just a straight line across there, because there's a slight curve on this panel. Grinder.
We gotta call an ambulance.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
This has been a false alarm.
So this side and that side are done. Now we drill a hole in the middle, and then it can be nut and bolted, and then I'll pull that together nicely.
Pull it together, man. Come on.
I've just homemade brackets to hold the tank up. And then this, so another flat plate. So this is going to go straight across. You've got the chassis fixings there. So the plan was to sit that there, but whoever's drilled them or put them on, they're in the wrong, different. There's one that's showing there and it isn't. It's supposed to be underneath the spine. So I've just got to improvise. What I'll probably do is, see this here? Come camera. I'm going to probably trim this around here, so then this can sit forward to cover that hole, and then I can drill a hole and then this can be fixed down. Then we'll make some bits come off of here to fix to this. This will then be fixed to that. So that will just be straight across there. Then I haven't worked out yet whether I will put anything down here, but we've got another section going across the back there, and then I might fix something up here to there. That's where I'm at. So far, that looks sexy. Do you agree? I love it.
The only thing everyone agrees on is early intervention.
Bum bum. That's it. So that'll be tightened up. These get bolted down, and that one. That's where we're at. Now the tank's obviously it's got to be screwed in place, but it's not moving now.
What's next?
Next bit now. In the back, so I've got to work out what to do here. So I'm either going to come straight down, because I've got a bar going across, and then this has got to fix here somewhere, either side. I've got to put the little gutter in along here. So the gutter in here is going to sort of go around there. Next part in here is the bits I've made there. We primed them up. Tanks sat in there ready, so I'll show you how all these fit. That sits like that. Obviously, when it's all in there properly, this is going to be welded to this, and then this part is going to be welded to the side frame. But at the moment, it's all removable, so we can make any adjustments if we need to. Right, so I'll get the next piece, which will be the back. Next part here is going to be this now, which will follow round there. And then whether we need to put brackets off here or not, I think I should put an L bracket on here, so that can be bolted in. I'm not going to cut that.
No, because you can do that.
So that sits along there, and I was going to put a bracket down to there, but I haven't made my mind up yet.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a...
It's compo time! Want to get your hands on more new Dave t-shirts? Answer this simple question and it's yours. As always, first one to comment gets the goods. On SWK, the team recently painted a Toyota MR2. What colour was it? And go!
Don't forget to like and subscribe, Southwest Kustom on Facebook, and Ford. The website address www.southwestcustom.co.uk. We've got merchandise website www.swkmerch.com. Give us a like, share the video. Lovely, thank you. And don't forget YouTube, which you should already be on because you're watching me right now.
Next time on SWK. Rich gives up on the car industry and becomes a monk in the hills of Greece. Peace be upon you. Jodie shoots off to Turkey for a new set of teeth. And Steve decides to enter the Olympics.